Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamahadavagninirvatam Shriya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadujivanam Anandam Gurivardhanam Pratipadam Puranam Vitasvaram Sarvatma Snapanam Padam Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.
Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to another episode of the UK Sankirtan Hour podcast. Today we're joined with Sankirtan legend Adhoksaja Krishna Prabhu from Scotland. He's been doing book distribution for over 40 years. You said this marathon's your 43rd marathon, is that what you said, Prabhu?
Yes, I think it's the 43rd or the 44th, something like that.
Nice. That's probably double the age of most of the boys that are out in the street full time. I was wondering, how do you keep inspiration to do so many marathons? You know, how do you keep up the inspiration to do so much book distribution?
So, whatever you're going to do in Krishna consciousness, you need to be inspired, and that inspiration will come from reading Srila Prabhupada's books, from chanting the holy name. Really, everything's from the holy name. Anandam Bodhivardhanam, Pratipadam Panamritsvardhanam, Sarvatma, Vijyavada Jivanam, Anandam Bodhivardhanam. So it's the life and it's the wife of all transcendental knowledge. So it's the name, the holy name. Once the holy name is there, then everything else comes alive. A dead man cannot preach. And if you're chanting the holy name nicely, then you won't be a dead man. Because you may be not chanting so nicely, and you go out to preach, and then you realize, oh my God, I'm a dead man. I died without even realizing it. So then you get a chance to revive yourself, which means you'll have to revisit your japa. Are you really reading and studying? Are you really applying? And then you get a chance to regenerate yourself. So Sankirtan's good for that. It's the acid test in Krishna consciousness, because if everyone's just back peeling potatoes and we say, how's your japa? Everyone says, my japa was fine. And then the temple president, oh, by the way, sorry, we're in total doubt. We can't pay the gas bill. Everyone has to go out. And then everyone's saying, oh, my japa was terrible. I don't think I can do it. So that's when you really have to take shelter. And Sankirtan forces you to do that, because if you don't, then you'll be struggling all day. You won't really be able to connect with people. Your mind will be really loud. And it'll be difficult to focus. So many problems will be there. So yeah, inspiration is the natural byproduct of attending the morning program. That's one of the benefits of being in the ashram, that you get that automatically. And it's more of a challenge if you're outside and you're trying to do some kind of a morning program. Another thing which is inspiring is that if you, at least for the marathon anyway, if you want to purchase Krishna's protection for the next 11 months, then make the surrender in December at least. And Krishna, he'll reward you by looking after you for the rest of the year, because you've earned your stay in devotional service for one more year. You've purchased the privilege to engage in devotional service. The appreciation will be there if you can just make that surrender in that 1 month, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've heard from a lot of senior devotees on this podcast already, and they all seem to be saying that this month, this Prabhupada marathon there's something very special. There's a lot of ground to be made in this time,
Yeah. And for a lot of us, when we joined, we didn't really know what Krishna consciousness was, and we were there's so many things we're trying to figure it out and see, and we're not even sure if we can really be a devotee ourselves. We're thinking, have I actually got what it takes? Can I actually really be a devotee? So many come, so many go. They all think they're going to be okay. I'm thinking I'm going to be okay, but I'm probably not going to be okay. Will I even be here in a year? Oh my God, you know, so there's all these thoughts spinning around in the mind. And when you go on Sankirtan, of course, that can happen any time of the year, but it's intensified in the marathon. It's like the clouds part, a hand comes out, a beautiful blue hand, and it pats you on the head, and you realize, I'm okay. Krishna has accepted me as his devotee. He's using me. He's letting me engage people. He's getting me to say the right things. I'm doing it. The books are going out. The Lakshmi's coming in. Krishna's accepted me. So it's very validating. Whereas you're never really sure. You've just peeled 3 buckets of potatoes, and now you're going to go and sweep the floor, and probably Krishna's happy with it, although I'm not 100% sure if he is, because I was thinking of my old girlfriend while I was doing it. You're never really sure, but Sankirtan, it's very immediate, and it's very sudden. It's just like, wow, And usually the validation is you're out there and you're struggling, and then somebody just gives a really big donation and is really, really sweet and sincere, and it's like, wow, okay, I was supposed to meet that person. Krishna wanted me to engage him. He gave me the intelligence, the inspiration. It all just fell into place. That was a miracle. Why did I say that like that? Why did I think of saying this? Wow, Krishna just used me. Wow, what a miracle. Krishna's. So that's an amazing feeling, to feel like Krishna's using you like a surgeon picks up a scalpel. He's got a really, really serious operation to perform, and you're the scalpel. It's like, wow, you can't get any better,
Yeah, it's amazing being used as an instrument for Krishna. And I think so many of us, understand that, but we tend to get in our own way. Like, we tend to be our own worst enemy and our own biggest obstacle. You have any advice on sort of getting out of the way and allowing Krishna to use you as that instrument?
Yeah, I think what can happen is if you're too much into being the doer, which is kind of the downside of doing well on Sankirtan, because to do Sankirtan when it's tough, although it's tough, it's safe because you're not doing much, and you're not really getting puffed up about anything, and you're just getting purified. And then if you just stick out, you will get the hang of it. But the dangerous side is that you start doing really well on Sankirtan, and then you start thinking that you're the doer, that you're the cool guy, that you're better than everybody else. You're the number one man. You're the Sankirtan man. You're the big devotee. And then that kind of then Krishna's like in an awkward situation, because he wants you obviously to engage as many people as possible, but at the same time he doesn't want to lose you. And if you're going to become proud and offensive, then he may have to take that result away to chasten you, so that you can just go back to being a humble devotee again. Now, when that happens, that's when it can get difficult, because it's not going the way you planned, and you lose energy, you lose faith also, and you can become very envious. You look at other devotees and they're doing really well, and you're not doing very well at all. You can start becoming very envious. All kinds of weird and wonderful things can start coming up out of the heart. So one thing that's been really helping me a lot lately to not lose energy is when you have an exchange with somebody and they say, get lost. Oh, sorry, take that back. And they say, get lost, and you this and that, and they ask you to put the book in a place which would be very painful. Then at that time, really, really focus on being nice to the person. Say, hey, okay, listen, no, have a nice day, and really mean it. And then the person's like, oh, I was a bit rude there, and he was still really nice. So you leave that person with a favorable impression. Now, if that person goes away and says to his friend, that was the Hare Krishnas, they're quite nice guys, that's a chance you could get a human birth in his next life. Mahapunya is the first wave of auspiciousness. There's 3 waves of auspiciousness. First is Mahapunya. You're going to get a human birth. Someone, you've just been touched by a Bhagavad Gita. You've just said something nice about a Hare Krishna devotee. You got prasadam. You saw the chakra on the top of the Rath Yatra car. You heard the holy names. It could be a human birth in your next life for doing that. Then the next wave of auspiciousness is Swasti Ayana. Karti Chandra was explaining this in one class. It's some verse from the 3rd canto of the Bhagavatam, I think he said. And that's when Swasti is auspicious and Ayana is a journey. So you now embark on an auspicious journey. You read the book, you become a committed sadhaka, and you take initiation, and you may go home that lifetime. If you do, then you're in the top section, which is Shubham. And Shubham are the people walking around on the planet right now that are going home back to Godhead this lifetime. So there's like 3 levels of auspiciousness. So for us, we can't control who's going to be a Swasti Aina, and we certainly can't control who's going to be a Shubham, who's going to go back to Godhead, but we can control that everyone we come in contact with can get a human birth, up. We can just touch them or give them a very favorable impression, so they go away and they say something nice about Krishna, about the movement, about the devotees. Then that will have it'll be of huge merit to them. Even 1/11th of association with a devotee is so auspicious, and you've had a nice exchange. And when they go away like that, you don't lose energy. You still feel really good. You're like you still feel happy. So that's that's how you can help deflect any negative energy. And then you still feel like you're the good guy. You're the compassionate, well-intentioned ambassador of goodwill, as Vaishesha Prabhu calls it. Because if you're not, then you're just like a con man. You're ripping old ladies off. You've just taken 20 quid off that guy, and he looks like he's a bit mentally handicapped. And this girl's only 14, and she's walked off with a set of Bhagavatams. And, you start feeling a little bit bad about yourself, but you want to feel like you're the nice guy, that you're there and you're well-intentioned and you're very sweet with everybody, very polite. And if people don't want to know, then that's okay. No problem. Listen, I'm only here to pray for your well-being. So you have a nice day, and hopefully in the future you can do some service.
Nice. I'm imagining somebody listening to this just before they leave to go on the street to go and try and distribute books. Have you got like a little like sentence or paragraph where you could just fire them up to get going?
Yeah, they can try this one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually okay, no problem. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hello, Hare Hare. Love the hat. Nice hat. I haven't seen one like that before. Amazing. Hare. Hello. Okay, no problem. I like the necklace. Amazing. Is that 22 carat? Amazing. So you're just being nice. You're saying nice things, and people love it. They wait all their lifetime for someone to say something nice about their coat or their necklace or their hat, and then someone said that they like it. They're like, wow, thanks a lot, yeah. And they feel great, and then you start feeling good as well. And you're chanting the mantra, so you're on Harinam. You could even do a little bit of dancing if you feel like it, but you're singing the holy name, and then people are coming in contact with that energy, your little Vaikuntha bubble. And some of them are not keen. Some of them are like, wow, that's pretty cool. What's going on here, And then they stop. Now, those that stop after being inundated with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will be more inclined to engage. Just like when you're on Harinam and you see somebody liking it, and you go over and say, here's a book, and they're like, oh, yeah, okay. So that filter, that sound vibration filters people that are going to waste your time and waste your energy, so that the only people coming forward are nice ones that are appreciate it. And the reason why I chose that verse, that is Pratiginati Guyamakti Prichati, Bungtai Bochai Titeva, Sadvatam Priti Lakshana. Sankirtan is associating with devotees, finding devotees and associating with them, engaging in living exchanges with them. That's what you've got to do in Sankirtan. Go on the street, sing Hare Krishna, see which people like it, interact with them, have a living exchange, listen to them, inquire from them, offer them some prasad, offer them a nice book, accept their gift, or them opening up their mind to you. That's a living exchange. So you're just trying to find the devotee and associate with him. So meditate on that. That's what Sankirtan is. It's not about money. It's not about numbers. It's not about millions of books. It's not about being the number one Sankirtan man. It's about living exchanges and expressing the compassion that you've received through Srila Prabhupada from Lord Chaitanya, and now you want to hand that compassion onto somebody else and get them to experience it also.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami